Always love it when our podcast families continue to support us. Yo, listen. I hope my voice doesn't fall on deaf ears because it's falling on deaf ears here in the studio. There is nobody in here in the studio. If you look live, let me turn on my camera to the aerial view. If you look live in the studio, if you're checking into the live show every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m., if you're checking into the live show, you can see that there's nobody in the studio. There's nobody here. Just me and my lonesome in here, just doing the show by myself. My man King D3 is out. Shout out to D3. Also, Professor Tracy is out. Shout out to Professor Tracy. They're out for several different reasons, but they have gone just for this episode, and it just leaves me here by myself to do the show solo. Now, when I do the show solo, I may rant, I may talk on, but I have fun hanging out with you. So please hang out with me, check in with me on this solo show so we can have a good time. We got a great show lined up for you, man. Bottom of the hour, I got a special guest coming into the booth. I'm gonna let you know about that after in just a little bit. But let me check in with you. I done checked in with the guests that are not here. They called me and told me, hey man, we can't make it. That's cool, no problem. It's rare that the whole entire cast is out. But let me give you a check-in for me to let you know what's going on in my neck of the woods. We finally decided to go to church. I mean, it's been like 2.5 years. Like, I've probably been like maybe once or twice in the physical house of worship. Shout out to Family Worship and Praise Center, Pastor Quincy Griffin and Lady Michelle holding things down. And the whole leadership, they've been doing a great job with the ministry. They are still going on strong. I just haven't been going as a personal choice, and nobody pressures anybody to do this. So this is good. It's another reason why I love the ministry. But I've gone maybe 2 or 3 times in those span of 2 or 3 years. But we've never taken the whole family. My wife has dealt with a health condition during that time. She gave birth to our brand new baby girl. And we just have not decided to take her out into the world. She only goes to doctor appointments. But now she's gotten older. We've been taking her to daycare now. Took her to Target. We initiated her and took her to Target. So she's good. She's bona fide bougie, baby. And so I was like, yo, I think we need to go to church, man. So us as a family, for us first Sundays when we take communion. So I was like, man, my wife's like, we haven't done communion in a while. I said, yeah, you know what? You're right. Why don't we just get the kids ready? Let's go. It was a game day decision. On Sunday, we decided to go an hour before church starts. So we get there. We drop the kids off at church school. Pastor Matt was down there. I don't know if it's Pastor Matt or Minister Matt, but the youth leader down there, they do a great job. He comes back with scriptures memorized all the time. And then we go up to the sanctuary. And this is her first time, I think, in a house of worship. We haven't done the christening. We haven't done any of that. And our church, has stepped up the production level a lot. So we have staging, we have lighting, sound, we have camera guys. So we have a lot of things going on at our church. And so we took the baby, we took baby Oriah out of her stroller, and then we picked her up so she can see what's going on. And I mean, to tell you, I know she can't speak, but if her face could tell you the words that she was thinking and the thoughts that she was thinking out in her head, she was like, wow, Daddy, what's all these lights? Look at all these people. Like, again, we don't bring her to a lot of places. And if she is around people, it's people that we know in our home, or we go visit her godparents. But just to look on her face was like, wow, look at all these colors, Daddy. I mean, she just kept in amazement looking around. Look, and the sound, Daddy, what sound was that? And what are these people doing with their hands in the air? What are they shaking them for? They're clapping? Why are they clapping? Daddy, everybody's yelling and waving hands and jumping. Daddy, what's going on? I mean, if you can see her face, this is what she's saying to people. This is what her face looks like to people. First time she's in church on a Sunday morning service at a black church, mind you, and she's looking around and seeing all these people, all these faces, all these things happening. So it was kind of I guess, an occasion for her to see and to take in But it was kind of dope. The family was back in church again. I don't know if we're going to keep doing it on a consistent basis, but at least I was able to come and fellowship with the brethren. I miss my fellow Christians, brothers and sisters, and seeing y'all and hugging on y'all and just praising God with y'all, man. And to see souls being saved and souls being changed at the altar, it is still a miraculous thing to see that every time I go to church, man. So it's dope. People, we got a great show lined up for you. When we come back, I'm gonna give the Reverb Word of the Day. Yes, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give the Reverb Word of the Day, but it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be quick. Not saying Tracy was long. I'm just saying when I do mine, mine's gonna be quick. All right, don't go anywhere. I'll tell you what we're gonna have at the bottom of the show right after this, and check in with me so I can check in with you. Holla at me. We gonna chop it up. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Can't get enough of the Reverb Live Show? Listen to our podcast, available on ReverbLiveShow.com and on iTunes.
Yeah, do you remember 21st night of September? Love is changing the minds of pretenders while chasing the clouds away. I may be down, I'm coming up. I'm coming up. I'm coming up. I may be down, I'm coming up. I'm coming up. I'm coming up. I've been down.
It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Ray.
They're not ready for this one. Put your Bible in the air, Bible in the air, put your Bible in the air, Bible in the air, put your Bible in the air, Bible in the air, put your Bible in the air, Bible in the air, put your Bible in the air, put your Bible in the air, put your Bible in the air, so put your Bible in the air, okay, put your Bible in the air, Bible in the air.
Reverb Live Show. You hear the music playing in the background. Get your Bibles in the air. Get your Bibles in the air. Shout out to all those that are checking into the live show right now. I'm chopping out with the people on Instagram. We going back and forth on stuff. People in Facebook, they're checking in. Shouts out to Chef Von B. She's checking in on our Facebook page. And I told you, I'm running this show by myself. Solo dolo. So we're going to see if we can shout out a lot of people here. People checking into the show. Miss Monique, the voice. Miss Monique, what's up, boss lady? I know it's my fault. There's nobody here. I should have called you. You would have been a perfect person to sit in the co-host seat, backing your boy up. That's dope. Austin Jaquela. Sorry about that. I thought you was the Jaquela I know from back in the day. Jaquela is they said that they are a gospel rapper. So what I did was I dropped our info, our email information into the chat. Send us your music, Jaquela. Matter of fact, if you're out there, anybody send us your music, info at reverbliveshow.com. Send us an email to info at reverbliveshow.com. Send us your stuff so we can link up with you. The Light 77, the Light 777 joining into the show. The Light's in the building. And we got some other people we got to shout out. Yo, I got to get to this reverb word of the day. What time is it? Is it 15? Yeah. Oh, it's 20. All right, I got to get to the reverb word of the day. The people on this joint right here. Equan, what up, man? Be Easy Graphics, what's up? Sheena, stay tuned. I got a joke for you coming up. So don't go anywhere with that one. I got a reverb word of the day. I got to jump out of this app and get into this other app. This was actually sent to me by a brother of mine. He's a painting contractor. It's not Brother Marvin. Man, I can't remember his number's right here. But here's what it said. It says, praise God, brothers and sisters, for he is worthy to be praised. That's right, yes, he is. Hello, brothers and sisters. If you are blessed to be reading this text message, because he sent us these text messages all the time. I think it's Brother Marvin. He sent us these text messages all the time. If you get this text message and you received it right now, guess what? You have received a valuable gift from God. I know you're thinking like, well, what's the gift? Well, the gift is the gift of life for another day. Trust me, you don't want to take living on this earth for granted. You may not wake up next morning to millions of dollars. You may not wake up next morning with a palace and a mansion or a Mercedes-Benz or Maybach. You may not wake up to those things, but guess what? You woke up to another day. Our God is a good God, and all of his gifts to us are precious, such as the gift of life, the gift of love, health, mercy, forgiveness. All of these are valuable gifts from our Heavenly Father. So, man, right now, say, man, Father, thank you. You might have been complaining about the most ridiculous, man, my Hulu account not working. My internet not fat. These are the things that you're complaining about, but this is the gift but God has given you such an even greater gift. There's a gift better than an Amazon account. There's a gift better than a gift certificate. That gift is the gift of life. And we need to truly treasure and appreciate that gift and other gifts too. It says James 1:17 tells us, every good gift and every perfect gift comes from God above and cometh down from the Father of lights, and that God is the creator of all light, and he shines forever without change or shadow. Again, thank you so much for listening to this word. I hope you get something out of it. Please remember the gift of life. I'm coming back here, jumping to the screen. I'm going to give y'all a shout out when we come back. I got a great show lined up for you. I gave it away a little bit. The first two songs I played to open the show was by an artist, the same artist. But we usually only play one artist, and then we don't play you no more until like another month from now because we got so much music that we got to get through. But we got some music that we're playing that we played already. The name of the artist is Sean C. Johnson. We've been bigging up and supporting this man for the longest. He's celebrating. I saw a post that he's celebrating 10 years of his album, Surrender All, Volume 3. First of all, he did 3 Surrender albums, but he's on Volume 3 of it. and we're going to do an interview with Sean C. Johnson. I don't know if I think we might as well do a phone interview. I don't know. We'll do a phone. I don't want him to jump on the live. We're going to do a phone interview, man. I love Sean C. Johnson. Ms. Number One Stunner is checking in. She's saying, I love Sean C. Johnson. Shout out to my man, _ I am Talon. Talon, what's up, man? Also, shout out to my man, Voice of Vad. Yo, a.k.a. Mr. Dan. A.k.a. I just reconnected with him. He's married to formerly Jocelyn Hart. Got a chance to see him at a wedding. Shout out to the Hines, the Royal Hines family. They just got married. They celebrated getting married for like their 1 year or 2 year anniversary. They got pushed back because of the pandemic, but now they've been able to actually have a wedding, a ceremony, reception, and it was all good. It was all dope. Shout out to the DJ, the wedding coordinator that put everything together, the people that brought the food. Everything was great. The hotel, the venue, the people there was lit. They had a great time. So I had a great time hanging out with them. I was able to do some video work for them as well too. That was a great wedding. Reconnected with my guy Dan. Dan, we got to get up, man. We got to get up. Call me so we can see if we can make this podcast thing even better. Shouts out to Sheena B. Encourage that's checking into the show. Sheena, come on down. You are the next contestant of the Reverb Live show. I'll tell you a little bit about that. But at the bottom of the hour, we got Sean C. Johnson coming in. I got him for a whole 20, 25, maybe 30 minutes. I'm not sure. I'm going to keep him as long as he's allowing me to keep him. And we're going to talk to Sean C. Johnson. We're going to talk about that album. We're going to see what's going on with him. Any projects he's got coming up and stuff that he's been working on. I've seen him working on some short films. We'll talk about that. All coming up. Bottom of the hour, 7:30. Tune in. Don't go anywhere. It's the Reverb Live show with DJ Rain.
Now everybody that's up in here, throw your bless up so it's clear. I will be loving you. I'll be loving you.
I love how my God, it feels the same about me. You can hear me telling in my testimony. He's alright, you say. He's alright, trust me. And we're going up. He gonna rain down victory. Everything that you need, he can guarantee. Love that will make you whole, let it overflow. So here's where I'll be. I just gotta let you know.
Wanna ask how long I'll be here? I say forever, let's just be clear. I'ma be loving you.
For the rest of my life now.
I'll be loving you.
For the rest of my life.
Now everybody that's up in here, just throw your bless up so it's clear. I'ma be loving you.
For the rest of my life now. All of the love. For the rest of my life. I'ma be loving you. Neither the hurt, neither the hate. Neither the time I gotta wait. Neither the death will separate. Never change my mind. Never from the love of God.
They wanna ask how long I'll be here. I say forever, let's just be clear. I'ma be loving you all of my life. For the rest of my life. I'ma be loving you all of my life. For the rest of my life. Everybody that's up in here, throw your bless up so it's clear. I'ma be loving you.
You don't seem to understand something.
The best urban gospel show airing right now. It's the Reverb Live show with DJ Rain.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Sean C. Johnson, and you're listening to DJ Rain on the Reverb Live show.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So great is thy faithfulness towards me. Morning, noon, and night into the day. Don't know where I'd be without your grace. Tried it on my own, don't know what I was thinking of wrong. Yeah. You kept all your promises to me. And bless me well beyond my every need. Who am I to deserve your favor? Oh, 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 all I can offer is my devotion to you. For you are faithful, and you are the one that loves me. Please don't take your joy from me. Brand new mercies I can see. You're so faithful to me now and forever. Please don't take your joy from me. Brand new mercies I can see. You're so faithful to me now and forever.
Hey, what's up? This is Miss Pascat. You're listening to Reverb Live, the new urban gospel talk show, giving you the latest news, live interviews, and the hottest gospel music.
I don't recycle. I mean, we can just find another planet for your kids to live on, you know?
Noted non-recycler Tommy Crenshaw talks about the future.
Oh, I can totally see finding another planet that can support life when ours fills up with trash.
Log on to yougottabekidding.org and learn about all the ways you can recycle, unless you're into lame excuses like Tommy's.
Hey, recycling's just not my thing. Starting over on a new planet? Now that's exciting.
Don't be that guy, unless you want people looking at you funny. Log on to yougottabekidding.org.
This is a guided meditation on parenting. Take a deep breath in and let go of the time you and your son played basketball and you attempted to slam dunk. Or when you hit that piñata into your neighbor's yard. Let it go.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Today, my new dad threw a barbecue.
Today, my new son and I threw a barbecue.
There were burgers and chicken.
I burnt everything. The burgers, the chicken, the salad.
They were delicious.
They were awful.
And then we had watermelon.
I'm allergic to watermelon.
And then we played catch.
I broke Mr. Lewis's window, Mrs. Wakeham's window, Mrs. Wakeham's windshield, and then somehow my hand. My hand!
And then my dad even let me drive his car.
The hospital's on the right! It was a rough day.
Have you liked us yet? Connect with the Reverb Live Show today. Like us on Facebook and follow at Reverb Live Show on Twitter and Instagram.
Reverb, reverb, and echo through my heart. Bring the beat back, man. Reverb, reverb. Well, to me, my flesh is so good, so Lord, please turn up your effect.
Reverb Live Show, Reverb Live crew is in the building. Sound of one right now. DJ Rain is sitting in the driver's seat for you. Shout out to those co-hosts that are not in the building right now. Yo, I don't blame you, man. Lo, Tracy said she was under the weather. Let me tell you something. If you sick, stay home. There's no need to go out into public places. No need to go to work. If you have that kind of job to where, like, if you sick, you can do your work from home, stay home, man. You're not proving nothing to nobody during these times. If you coughing, stay home. Now, I understand people, taking advantage of this COVID thing. Oh, I paperclip hit my nail. I got to take a week off. I understand. People take advantage of the situation. But if you're sick, you coughing, you feel a little thing in your throat, stay home. You can do what you do and send it in, email it. And then we'll rock with you like that. Right now, though, we rocking with my dude. And I hope my guys check in to the show right now. Shout out to all those that are checking into the live show on Instagram and on Facebook. We're going to shout you out as soon as we get there. Shouts out to my man, Sean C. Johnson. We got the award-winning artist on the phone. Sean, what's up, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you, sir?
Oh, man, it's here. It's love. It's great. I was delighted to see that post that you put up. I don't know if it was Sunday night or Saturday night.
It was Sunday, yeah.
Sunday night that you are celebrating a 10-year anniversary of the release of your Surrender All Volume
years,
3.
bro.
10 years.
Wow. 10 years. That went by quick, though.
Very quick. I was like,
It
it
went by
can't
really
be 10.
quick.
It can't be 10. It cannot be 10 already.
No, I was shocked. I was actually doing another interview, and they actually reminded me. I wasn't even aware, because this was like a couple of weeks ago, and they said, yeah, it's about to be 10 years. I said, come again? It's like, yeah, 10 years. And it just blew my mind. That is just, that people, number one, that people are still rocking with it, and that time went by that quick, man. It just, yeah.
Look,
it flew by.
I was trying to do the math, and I was like, man, I like Kool in the Gang, but I only like Kool in the Gang for about 8 years. But this brother been doing this for a long time.
But no, that's what I think is the biggest blessing that I take from this, is that people, like the majority of the comments were saying, man, I still play this album.
Oh, yeah.
And like that to me is the biggest compliment ever. Like that something 10 years ago is still not only relevant, but like sonically you still want to hear it. Yeah.
Listen, I don't know what it is about the vibe of this track, volume 2 and volume 3. I don't know what, but really all your stuff, it just has like this vibe to it where you can just, I can be on a road trip on the road of nothing, going to nothing, leaving from nothing, and put this album on and vibe out the entire. Rarely do I like listen to the whole album, but I can listen to the whole album and vibe out the whole entire.
That's a great compliment. Thank you for that. Number one, but I think that was the intent, more or less. I wanted to create music that you didn't necessarily have to be in a church service to enjoy.
Yeah.
Like I think that's such a small portion of our lives, and we need music for the other portions of our lives also, for the other facets and the other environments that we find ourselves in. And we need all of it. Like we need all that. We need music for the service, need music for worship time, and we need music when we're washing dishes or when we're on a road trip. Like we need that. That's what I'm saying. So we need that music. So that part I will say was intentional. The vibe of it just naturally came about just because I made the music that I wanted to hear. And that's me. Like I don't listen to a lot of worship music. Like I tend to, when I listen to music, is on road trips, flights, when I'm washing dishes, when I'm doing chores around the house. Like that's when I listen to music. So it's like, all right, let me make music for this time.
Let's take it back a little bit to when you actually created this album. So you dropped some 10 nuggets on here about 10 fun facts. And one of the facts I didn't know, that you recorded the entire album while you were still in the Air Force.
Still in the United States Air Force. I was Staff Sergeant Johnson at that time. So yeah.
I mean, you're supposed to be serving our country, and you over here 10 nuggets. But when did you find time to do this?
Well, here's the thing. We didn't work 24 hours, so I did have some time to myself. But I would get off at like 3-4 o'clock, and then get home, get acquainted, get rested up a little bit, and then I would spend the rest of the night into the late evening working on music. And and the weekends also helped out. And then if we had any time off, most of my energy and time was going towards this album, man. I just remember that process, like, of just being in the thick of it. Like, it's just like, it really consumed a lot of my time. Like, that project, like, I really lived that project. And I think all my projects end up being like that. There are kind of like time capsules in that way, that like during that time, I can remember where I was at, what I was feeling, my emotions. Like I can go, every time I hear that album, it takes me back to that place.
And that's one thing I can say about the songs. Me and my friends were arguing about what song is the best song. And it was no, it was this song. They was like, no, never. And I was like, nah, no, never. Don't listen to that. Listen to this. This is what you need to listen to. And can you believe a group of guys is going back and forth? Because
I love it.
The songs made them feel and reminded them about their relationship with God. Yeah. And the fact that you can connect that to the music and then make other people walk down that same road. Like, what were you going through when you was making that song, No Never?
Man, so I ended up choosing the title Surrender All, and then also the title track, but just like that's essentially what I was going through at that time. Like, it was a time of surrender, because like I said, it was a time of transition. I knew that I was eventually going to be getting out the Air Force. I ended up getting medically discharged, but so there was that time in between knowing that this date was coming and then the actual date. So like in between that time, like I just really had to rely on God. Like I was like, God, like my future is in your hands. Everything that's happening right now is in your hands. Like I give it to you. I surrender everything, my gifts, my time, my talent, everything. I'm giving it to you. And that's essentially what it was. Like I remember that time as a time of transition and just really just depending on God. That's why I say, like, I had to live that. Like, those songs, and I think the really dope thing about it was I was able to record in my home. So I was able to kind of take my time with these things and flesh out these feelings. I didn't have to book studio time or nothing like that. I could literally just roll out of bed and press record. And that access was really pivotal in me creating that album, because, like, there was no pressure. I could work at my own pace. My time was my time. And I could just really give everything I could to that album. So,
what was your favorite song on the whole thing?
Woo! That's hard, man. I think, because like I said, I think I can go back and I remember certain things about creating each song, but I would have to probably say, it varies from day to day, but probably Stop and Think. With me, Adrian Archie, and my guy, Ian Franklin, a.k.a. I Am Franklin. That's probably my favorite. Like, that's the one that I think stretched me, because I had two heavyweights on there, and I knew they was going to come with it. So I was just like, they can't outdo me on this on my own. So it's almost like I took a rapper's approach to it. Like, you're not finna out-rap me on my own song. So it was just like that iron sharpening iron at that point. And I think it really pulled something out of me that I didn't have before that. So yeah, that's probably my favorite song off the project.
We are talking to Sean C. Johnson, award-winning artist and songwriter, I might say.
Thank you, man.
He's celebrating his 10-year anniversary of a project that he created called Surrender All Volume 3. Why did you even make 3? Why didn't you just stop? You already did a 1. You already did a 2. Why a 3? Yeah. Why didn't you just put some stuff on Volume 2 and just call it that? Why did you even make 3?
Right. I think trilogies are always the best way to go. Like trilogy, it's something about 3 is just completeness, and not even be super deep and spiritual, but I mean, it even ties in with the Trinity. There's just something about 3. 3 is it just wrapped up the story, in my opinion. And it was just kind of like that season of my life. It just kind of worked out perfectly, because like all 3 of my first albums were recorded while I was in the Air Force. So that was kind of like a timestamp and just of that season and that period of my life. And like that music encapsulated that. So it just, symmetry wise, I mean, it just aesthetically, it just worked. Like having 3 and just kind of telling that progression and that story, it just kind of worked with 3. So yeah. And I've thought about making a volume 4, but it's just like, typically, if you look at movies, like if they try to come back after a trilogy, it's just not the same. Like the Batman series, like
it's tough.
It's perfect as a trilogy. Like if they try to come back and Christopher Nolan tries to do a 4th one, it's just, I'd watch it, but it just wouldn't be the same, in my opinion.
Let me give you a perfect example.
Go for it.
The Matrix.
Yeah,
bro.
What was that?
Why?
What was this? What was that 4th one that we just watched? I don't know if you were a fan. I was not a fan of it. I watched it because I'm a fan of the original trilogy.
I'm a fan, so
I was a big fan. Yeah,
I'm going to watch it, but I'm going to ridicule it and criticize it hard because it was trash.
Oh yeah. And I think I realized that too. I think seeing how people's reception was like to those 3 albums, and specifically the last one, I was like, I'm just gonna leave that alone. Like I'm not gonna try to come back. I think I don't want to mess with it. Like sometimes it's good to just allow things to just be as they are and not try to mess with it. and allow people to have those memories. Because here's the thing, I can't recreate that time period. I can't recreate what that album was for you. Like so many people, especially when I posted the post that I posted on Sunday, so many people were telling me, it's just like, hey man, like this album helped me during this part of my life or this season of my life. It's like, I can't recreate that. Like, and I think it would be a disservice to myself to try to like tap back into that. It's like, it's better to just kind of recreate or create something different that speaks to a different season. So yeah, man.
We're going to take a quick break, come back. We're going to catch up with what's going on with Sean C. Johnson now. He's released a whole bunch of stuff. My favorite is Mountains and Well Done, and I can go on and on and on. But we're going to play the track that he likes. This is his 10-year anniversary. So let's play the track that he likes. We're going to take a quick break and come back. And I see all my guys have jumped in. We were on Facebook Live. We're on IG Live. They jumped in on Facebook Live. Facebook Live people, I got you. We're going to shout you out. AP Allens is checking into the show. Carrie Joseph is checking into the show. Everything you're saying is like, man, big facts. Hey. One more time for Adrian Archie. They're checking into the show, man. They're loving this thing. My man Jonathan Arias, he's checking into the show. And he says, hey, I like The Last Matrix. Jonathan, me and you is no longer friends, Benjamin. No longer friends. It's over. We're going to take a quick break and come right back.
He by himself on that one. He is by himself.
With DJ Rain.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy, Sean T. Johnson, and you're listening to DJ Rain on the Reverb Live Show.
The best urban gospel show airing right now. It's the Reverb Live Show, playing the hottest in Christian hip-hop and R&B.
Give me the bounce. Yeah, I said give me the bounce. I like this. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Stop and think about what he's done. He has gave so many blessings. Started with one, woke me up, yeah. Brand new day, did the same thing on yesterday. I take that for granted, yeah, it's not automatic. Still I got breath in my body, tank full of gas as I'm driving on the highway soon. This I promise you, I will never lose sight of all you do. And I will always give you praise. Will you ever complain? I certainly won't. I certainly won't. Will you ever complain? I certainly won't. I certainly won't. Oh, oh.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm a hop, skip and a jump away from quitting running off, but just changing pace. Cause I never felt the pressure melt in my face. My summer golden dash parentheses. Lift me up, I'm sinning, just save me grace. I think because she made an amazing case. She represent me well when they judging me, begrudging me, yeah. And while they busy laughing, you hugging me. And while I'm busy laughing, you loving me. Correct me while you're holding the sun in place. See stops at the shore and we both obey. Ooh, this I promise you, I will never lose sight of all you. And I will always give you praise.
Will you ever complain? I certainly won't. I certainly won't. Will you ever complain? Certainly won't. Certainly won't. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All I can say, Lord, you're simply the best thing. You never change, no.
Yo, Reverb Live Show. Reverb Live crew is in the building. Shouts out to those that are listening to the live show. We're having a good time. In the building, we got my man Sean C. Johnson on the phone. Sean, what's up?
Yes, sir.
Look, you have been in this album, this project, really, Volume 3, has been 10 years. But how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing music since 2015 is when I started. I'm sorry, not 2015, 2005. I'm tripping. 2000. That's how long it's been. 2005 is when I started.
Wow, that's
yeah, man.
Did you think you would still be doing music today?
I honestly don't. I didn't think this far, bro. Like, I didn't. No, I did. I know how that sounds like, but I didn't, because music wasn't something that I always had an interest in music. I always had a passion for it. But being an artist was not something that I chased as an adult. Like I had those dreams as a kid. Like we wanted to be New Edition, Another Bad Creation. I may be dating myself here, but like we wanted to be those kind of groups. And but as I got older, like that dream kind of faded. So it was definitely all God that orchestrated all this. So like I said, I wasn't seeking it. It just kind of everything just fell into place. And my mindset was just, okay, I have to steward this now. And of course, I mean, I have a passion for music and just like being creative and stuff like that. So I naturally kind of fit into it, but like I wasn't chasing it. Like, so I didn't have like a 10-year plan. I'm gonna tell you, so my name, like my stage name, Sean C. Johnson, the only reason it's Sean C. Johnson and not just Sean Johnson is because that's the URL that was available. Sean Johnson was already taken. so Sean C. Johnson was available, so I was like, okay, that's my stage name now. So
now, is C actually part of your middle name?
It is, yes. C is my middle name. Yeah, it's Cornelius is my middle name.
No, see, another fun fact for all those people that are out there that didn't know that C means something. It stands for Cornelius.
Yeah, it's Cornelius. That's actually my name.
In the chat right now, if you're out there, Alan, Jonathan, put your middle initial out. Put your middle name out there. I'm gonna type my middle name.
Let's get it.
Let's get his middle name. We gonna see. Now the live listeners are tuning in. They're saying one time for Adrian Archie, she killed that track.
She really did, man. Like and watching her record it, I was in awe. Like, I was just like, how was she even, because she wrote it and recorded it on the spot. And it was just like, this is insane, bro. Like, because it takes me a while to kind of like create and write, and I can be low-key kind of perfectionist. So it's just like, to watch her work in that moment was just like, my God, man. Like, she's a gift, for sure. She's a gift, man.
3 had Martin Luther, Malcolm X. Yeah, okay. What up, though? People are checking into the show. Jonathan Arias is checking into the show.
Nice.
A viewer that said, I'd never heard of this brother, but this is a vibe. I'm gonna have to check him out. You are
Please
right.
do. Yeah, go back and find the catalog, man. Go check it all out. Yeah.
You might as well call him Sean C. Vibe Johnson. See if that URL is.
Let's go.
Put that in there.
Let's go.
Let me see. That was huge. I got to dig into the digital crates. I'm digging this. Yeah. It's dope. My man Kerry Joseph is checking in. He's saying his middle initial is L.
Okay.
I'm gonna just say it's probably Lamont. Some weird middle
Lamont.
name.
That sounds like Lamont. He sounds like a Lamont. That fits. I like it.
Let me see. I remember when I busted my leg that night. He performed in Tally, and I was one of the opening acts. Yo. So Sean has come to Tallahassee before. I think he's come like 2 or 3 times, several times.
Yeah.
And this guy who was supposed to open for you, I don't know how he busted his leg, but he busted his leg, and he was supposed to perform that.
I remember that. I vaguely remember. That sounds familiar.
Perform that night. We got a viewer checking in and saying that their middle initial is W. W is probably a middle name for Wilbert. That's a common.
I was going to say Willard. I was going to go with Willard.
That's close.
But Wilbert sounds good.
I'll take that. Well, now let's move it to present day. I know you put out a lot of albums. What was the last album or the last project that you put out?
The last project that I put out was entitled Days Like This, and that was 2018, I believe. Yeah, 2018.
Now, was it a full featured EP, LP, just a single?
It was no, it was a full project. I say full. It was 9 tracks. How many tracks was on there? I think it was 8 or 9, somewhere in between there. But yeah. It was technically an album. So yeah.
Okay.
But that was the last project that I put out.
Give me your best track, most memorable track, or a fan favorite of that.
Off of that one, probably either Save Me or Love Song. No, not Love Song. Foreign Language. Yeah. Probably Foreign Language. It's probably the one. That's the one that gets a lot of streams.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably Foreign Language.
I really love the album. The track Mountains.
Yes.
I don't even know
That was
what project
that was off of Circa 1993. That was 2015, I think.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time. Wow.
I love that track. I play it on my show to this day. I play like it just came out.
I love that. I really love that.
How long did it
man.
take you to write the the bridge part where you're actually rapping it?
I think that took a couple weeks. It might have took a couple months actually to write that. Because like I had the first part of it, and that's usually how it works. Like I'll get that first like wave of just inspiration, and I write it out, and then I'll sit with it. And I think what it was because I knew that song was too. I think I saw the potential of that song. Like I saw where it was going up to that point, and I was just trying not to mess it up. So I was like, all right, I just got to bring it home. And I think the last verse, like I had to nail it. Like I felt not pressure, but like I felt responsible to try to bring this home. Like I just didn't want to phone it in. So I took my time with it. Like I was like, all right, let me sit with this. And I think honestly, I think it's some of my best writing. Like if I had to point to a moment where I was like, it really came out the way that I wanted it to. And I think it encapsulated what I was trying to express in that moment. Because I think as writers, like that's our job. We have to take these big, broad subjects and condense it into 3-4 minutes. And that's not easy because it's a lot of detail and you're kind of like trying to summarize it essentially, but really give some depth to it. And I think I was able to kind of do that in that verse, which I think that's one of my favorite verses that I've written. For sure.
People are checking in and saying, "Hey, you gotta play No Flex Zone." That was
I like that. Yeah, that's a vibe. I had fun with that. That's probably the most fun I've had recording a song. Yeah, because it was no pressure. I just felt inspired and I just laid it down.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we're here talking to Sean C. Johnson. He's got projects out, but this project we're talking about, we opened up the show on it was Surrender All Volume 3. It's been 10 years. Started doing music back in 2005. Didn't really think it was going to get to this point, but he's here now. Matter of fact, tell me some work that you're doing with some short films. You're doing something with Lucky Short Film.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. So, of course, we all know the quarantine happened. That was 2020. And as an artist, as a full-time artist, like everything shut down.
Yeah.
And, thank God I had other, streams of income, but like I wasn't able to really perform and do what I do as far as an artist from that standpoint. So like everyone else, I was at home Netflixing, watching TV, doing what everybody else was doing. And in the past, I had done like a short, a web series. So like I had experience with shooting and stuff like that. I just never had the time. And here I was sitting with nothing but time. So I was like, all right, if I'm going to do it, let me do it now. Now is the time to at least write it. Because I always had a desire to do it. I just never had the time to do it. So the quarantine happened. In the 2020, I watched a really, really bad Christmas movie. And I'm not going to say what the name of it was, but like that was the final straw where I was like, I could at least make something this bad. Like if this is on my television, I can at least make something this bad.
It was encouraging. It was encouraging. That's good.
It was encouraging. It was like, okay, if this is the medium bar, if this is the entry, I know I can at least do this. Because like I said, I had never done anything on this level, but I was like, okay, I can do that. If not, I can at least reach that. So that was the final straw. And then I spent all of 2021 writing it, casting it, filming it, directing it, editing it. That was probably the longest process, was editing But then, we finished right around the end of 2021, and then 2022 came, and we started submitting to festivals, and that's kind of where we're at with it right now. We've gotten to a couple. We're waiting to hear back from another one. But that's where we're at with it right now.
That's good, man.
So,
hope that works
man.
out for you. Do you? I told you I was gonna throw you a curveball.
You good? Let's hear it, man. I'm ready. I've been bracing for it this whole time. See it.
Yo, there's a lot of people out there wondering, like, is Sean C. Johnson still single?
That's great. That is definitely a curveball. I am actually in a relationship right now, and we are in our cocoon, and we are enjoying each other's company, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So but I am in a relationship right now.
That's good, man. Because I don't see nothing on Instagram about you being up with nobody.
Yeah, no, I tend to be private when it comes to stuff. I don't want to, because the worst thing I could do is come out and have this person all on my social media and doing all this, and then it don't work out, and then now I have to go back and erase. It's really because I'm lazy. I don't want to go back and erase all those pictures. So
now,
but yeah,
you were a big time superstar. Did she reach out to you, or did you reach out to her? Who dropped?
So I will say she did know who I was. She was familiar with who I was, but I made the first step. Okay, I definitely made I made the first step.
All right. We're talking to Sean C. Johnson, man. He's been doing amazing work. I know you're shopping around your short film, but when can the people expect some music coming out of you?
Yeah. So one thing I have always I've tried to be intentional about is putting out something every year. Since 2005, you can go back. There's been something from me, whether it was an album, a single, a feature, something, every year that I've been active. So that's going on 17 years now. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So like 17 years now. So I don't know if an album is coming this year, an EP, but new music you will hear something new from me this year. What it may be, I don't know for sure, but I got some ideas. I never stopped working on music. Like I got a bunch of ideas. It's just a matter of, I feel like I'm living my next project right now. And I think I don't want to just put out music for the sake of putting out music. Like if I'm going to put something out there, I want it to have some meat to it. I want to have some depth to it. I want to actually be saying something. So yeah, man.
All right, so we'll wait for that. When it does come out, give us a call so we can be the first one to put it out
man.
There.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You got fam down here. You got people that love you, that want to support you. And
that's love. I appreciate that. Real talk.
People, we're gonna let this man get out of here. He's giving us 30 minutes of his time. He could have been writing some more movies, could have been writing some more music right now, but he decided to take a break. Talk to us. The Reverb Live family. Shout out to those that are out there. If you want to hear more from you, if they like what you're saying on this conversation right now, if they want to find out more information, how can they reach out to you?
They can reach me. All my social media is at Sean C. Johnson. That's SEANC Johnson. Website is SeanCJohnson.com. Or you could Google and everything should pop up. Sean C. Johnson. I'm easy to find, man. I'm pretty easy to find.
There it is. Listen, we're going to come out. Should we go out? We might as well.
It's up to you, man. You got it. Whatever you want to play.
I'm play the songs I like, but I'm going to play the song that your fans like, and I think a lot of people like that foreign language. We're going to play that, heading out the show. People, if you miss any part of this episode, please make sure you check us out on podcasting platforms, iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Podcast, anywhere you can listen to podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast, you can find us there. Do a search for Reverb Live Show. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you got anything that you want to hit us up with directly, send us an email to info@reverbliveshow.com. We would love to hear from you. People, that's it for this hour. But stay tuned, stick around. Depending on your broadcasting programming, another show could be on the way, or you could just press play on our next podcast. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain. Two, three, go.
What's good? It's your boy Sean C. Johnson, and you are listening to the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
On 3, 1, 2, go.
What's good? It's your boy Sean C. Johnson, and you are listening to the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
It's the Reverb Live Show, playing the hottest in Christian hip hop and R&B.
Tell me why it hurts so bad when I try to love you. Yeah, yeah. Tell me why it hurts so bad when I try to love you. Oh yeah. Put it all online, yeah. Just to prove I'm not afraid. Never crossed my mind. Then you won't feel the same. Now we back and forth, never intact. Everything gray, never white, black. White, black. Hit you with the text, never hit back. Try to tell you I don't really like that at all. Tell me how you love. Maybe I can speak in language. Tell me how you love. Maybe I can speak in language. Tell me how you love. I can love you like that. Hey, I can love you like that. Maybe I can speak in language. I can love you like that. Yeah, I can love you like that. Tell me how you love. I can love you like that. Oh, I can love you like that. Maybe I can speak in language. I can love you like.
Let's get to the point. Inspiring, informative, and entertaining. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
The Urban Gospel Show that gives you live interviews, the latest news, and topics that keep you tweeting. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Hey, what's up? This is Miss Tascat. You're listening to Reverb Live, the new urban gospel talk show, giving you the latest news, live interviews, and the hottest gospel music.
Did you know that you could...
Yo, Reverb Live Show, DJ Rain here. Yo, if y'all out there on which camera I'm on? This one. Yo, if y'all out there, if y'all still listen to me, y'all still rocking with me. It's been a long day, been a long church meeting.